What's up, guys? It's Aaron. It is Wednesday, and this week's topic is binding, packing, and STPs. As far as binding goes, I've been binding for a little over 2 years now. I started binding with the tri-top from Underworks, but because I am a bigger dude, that didn't work at all. I mean, it worked. It flattened me out definitely a lot more than I was, but um, it kind of left this like awkward, bulgy lump kind of right in the middle of my chest. So it still looked like I had a chest. It was just smaller than it looked not binding. Um, so that's what I had when I first started. Then I got the double front from Underworks, and I really like that binder. The only thing that I can, I guess, not complain about, but the one issue that I do have with it is that because it is long, the bottom will roll up when you wear it. Um, so that can get annoying, and it can like roll up and kind of bunch and be uncomfortable on like the lower part of your like hip waist-ish area. But honestly, it's not that bad. It, but I think it binds really well. I want to say that my chest size is probably around like a 40D, or at least it was at one point. I think since taking T, it shrunk a bit, but somewhere in that like general area. So I'm definitely on the bigger side of chests. And I have noticed now that I have started T, um, I seem to be binding a lot better. I seem to be getting flatter, so that's pretty nice. I do need to get a new binder though, because the one that I have is pretty beaten up, pretty worn out. Um, so yeah, I suggest if you are a larger guy in general, not just larger chested, but just fuller in general, the double front works a lot better than the tri-top, at least for me, because I was able to really pull it down and like keep everything flat without it riding up, and the tri-top would kind of like ride up a lot. Um, so yeah, packing. I do not pack currently. I've tried it in the past a few times with socks, but it always seemed that like whenever I moved, it looked like I had a boner. So as of right now, I don't pack. I definitely think about it. It definitely is something that I will probably pursue at one point, but for right now, I really don't pack at all. Um, like I said, I have tried it a few times in the past, but I would use a sock. And then one time I did, go through the effort of like getting condoms, filling them up with lotion, like figuring that whole contraption out. But even still, like it would shift a lot when I would walk, and it never really sat right. So that's why I don't do it. But I'm sure eventually I do want to get like a cheap little packer and either buy a harness or figure out a way for me to make my own harness and see if that works better. Um, but yeah, and then as far as STPs go, I actually use a medicine spoon. Cut the end off of it. I don't really use it that often just because it's too short for me. And I have had plenty of instances where I've ended up pissing on the front of like my pants. So I went for a long time not using it. Um, I've just recently started to use it again though, to kind of gain more bathroom confidence. Um, and I have the hang of it now where I can, put it right in place and don't have the issue of leakage, because that does happen the first few times you use it. So if you are going to use an STP, definitely if it's a medicine spoon, but I would say even any STP, use it probably in the shower first, in case you do piss all over yourself. So that way you're already in the shower, you can wash it off. Um, no issues with that. But when I use it now, like I said, it is kind of short for me, so I really have to like arch my body and like place my hand against the bathroom wall, and so I hopefully want to either eventually buy like more expensive SCP and start using that. Um, but for right now, it works. I'll see if I can figure out how to add some sort of extra piece and make it a little bit longer so there's less like arching and me worrying about peeing all over my leg. So that's that, I think, with those three topics. Um, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weeks. Subscribe. Again, I'm Aaron. I'm your Wednesday guy. And yeah, so that's that. Have a good one, guys.